Good morning. It's morning as I speak to you here in Los Angeles. It's a gorgeous LA morning out. The sun is shining. There are only a few clouds in the sky. It looks like it's going to be, at least from the point of view of the weather, a gorgeous day. But last night and for the past few nights, we've had difficult times here in Los Angeles and in the country. And I know that many of you, like me, spent a significant part of Saturday night watching events, horrible events, unfold before us on television and on social media. And every one of us who loves Los Angeles, who loves this country, we're heartbroken this morning. And it's difficult to sort out the many reasons that our hearts are broken. We're in pain for many reasons, and many of those reasons don't seem to really go together. I know every member of this community is heartbroken at the senseless death of George Floyd barely a week ago. Temple, Judea, this wonderful community of which we're all a part, has for decades been deeply committed to the idea that every person deserves better. And I know that many of you would have enthusiastically joined with our fellow African American citizens in support of justice, if not for the pandemic. I know that, like me, all of you are outraged that the legitimate and the meaningful exercise of the right to protest has been eclipsed by rioting that has distracted from the justice all of us so desperately want. The wanton destruction of property and businesses and the looting and the chaos, the vandalism that has emerged diminishes the death of George Floyd and the many serious issues that his death presents to this nation and this city. I'm deeply pained to see this beautiful, vibrant city torn asunder physically, spiritually, emotionally, racially, and economically. My heart aches for our fellow African American citizens who, with very good reason, feel that nothing really changes. There are simply too many Black people killed for no reason by law enforcement. It's been happening for generations, and it doesn't seem to stop. My heart also aches for the majority of police officers and law enforcement officials who work at a profoundly difficult job for every right reason and do their best to help keep us safe. I know them, you know them. They care about Los Angeles. They care about Temple, Judea. They deserve better. My heart also aches for business owners and property owners whose livelihoods were destroyed last night for absolutely no reason and to serve no greater purpose. And their pain is doubled because just as they were preparing to reopen their businesses in this pandemic, this happens. And I cannot even begin to imagine their pain. And all of this is taking place in the midst of the most serious, the most devastating public health crisis our world has seen in a century. As we were going through the pandemic, collectively, we felt that it could not be worse, and yet here it is, it's worse. So these are just a few of the many complicated reasons that our hearts are broken and we ache this morning. So what now? The first step is to accept our discomfort. There's nothing wrong with believing that rioting is horrible and that the treatment of African Americans by police needs to change. One point of view does not undermine the other. The next step is to ask yourself this: does your heart ache enough at this moment to fix whatever is wrong? Because the only way to repair your heart is to work to make things better. Keep in mind that Temple Judea has a long history of working to improve Los Angeles and to repair the larger world. I invite you to join us. I remind you that you belong to a community that cares about you. All of us want to hear from you. We have resources that care for your soul, from the entire clergy team to our very active and amazingly professional and resourceful Mental Health Advisory Committee, to wonderful lay leaders who create change through our social action and social justice committees. Tune into services. You'll find your soul refreshed. Listen to our many online offerings and find comfort and inspiration and community. And finally, I cannot emphasize this and I cannot repeat this enough. We will walk through this moment together and we will emerge on the other side, even though I can't tell you precisely what is on that other side. I can tell you we will be here for you and we will become closer to one another. I can tell you that our relationships will be deeper and more enduring. I can tell you that as a community we will be stronger. And I can tell you that not a single one of you will be left behind. On behalf of our entire clergy team, on behalf of our executive director, Ellen Franklin, on behalf of our outstanding lay leadership led by Gail Aspinwall, our president, I send you thoughts of healing and thoughts of comfort.